Hey readers, we're back. We're going to continue our Komodo Dragons book. Before we read our next page, I'm going to retell what we read so far. A good way to retell is to use the skill that we're doing. Use the main ideas and the examples to retell. That helps the reader, you or me, organize our thoughts into these groups, and it helps the person we're teaching understand what this book is telling us even more. So let me go back. So I might start by saying this book is all about these amazing animals called Komodo dragons that are essentially lizards. I would say Komodo dragons have a really interesting body and body features for hunting. For example, these are some of the details. For example, they have sharp teeth, a forked tongue, they have sharp claws, and they put venom in their prey's bodies. Another main idea, another part of this book, is that Komodo dragons are really large. These are some details. They weigh 300 pounds. They're 10 feet long. Even though they weigh this much and they're that long, they can still run 13 miles per hour. Another part of Komodo dragons, another main idea about them is that they live in 4 or 5 islands in this world. For example, those islands are in Indonesia. On those islands, it's very hot and dry. There's my retelling. Now we have it grouped and organized. It makes everything really clear for me and for the reader. Okay, you are going to be very surprised on this next page. You might want to close your eyes and then reveal it. Okay, I'll just do it. I'll just show you. Ah! Look at that. What is the Komodo dragon eating? Is that a little pig? Oh my gosh. I was just surprised by this picture because the animal that it's eating seems so big. Okay, let's read and we'll think about the main idea and the details on this page. Komodo dragons eat almost any meat. They search for dead, rotting animals. They also kill animals such as water buffalo and deer. Okay, those animals are a lot bigger than they are. Sometimes they eat smaller Komodo dragons. Whoa. A dragon can quickly swallow big chunks of meat. Okay, so let's think, what's this page mostly about? What's the main idea? I would say the main idea is Komodo dragons eat almost any kind of meat. It's all about what they eat. So some details would be they search for rotting dead animals to eat, they kill buffalo to eat, they kill deer to eat, and sometimes they kill Komodo dragons to eat. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, next page. Oh my gosh. Oh, is this a baby? Oh, I can already get some details from the picture. I'm already making a prediction. This page might be all about Komodo dragon babies. I'm going to read the caption first. Baby dragons have more brightly colored skin than adults. I wonder why. A female Komodo dragon lays 10 to 30 eggs in a burrow. When the baby dragon comes out of the eggs, they climb into trees nearby. There, they can hide from birds, snakes, and other Komodo dragons. They live in the tree for 4 or 5 years. Adult Komodo dragons have no predators. They can live 50 years in the wild. Burrow, a hole or tunnel in the ground. Predators, we know this keyword. Animals that kill and eat other animals. Whoa, there's just a lot of information on this page. I'm just having a lot of ideas on top of trying to figure out what the main idea is. I'm going to reread some of it. They lay 10 to 30 eggs in a burrow, and a burrow is a hole or tunnel in the ground. When the baby dragon comes out of the eggs, they climb into trees nearby. They can hide from birds, snakes. Oh, that makes sense why they're going into trees, because they're small animals. They can hide from birds, snakes, and other Komodo dragons. Oh, that must mean that like adult Komodo dragons might eat baby Komodo dragons. They live in trees for 4 to 5 years. That's crazy. Adult Komodo dragons have no predators. So I'm thinking about what that means. It means they don't have anybody that would eat them. Like they're on top of the food chain. They are the ones that eat all the other animals, unless you're a baby Komodo dragon. And they can live 50 years. Okay. If I was to say, because there are a lot more details than just like, oh, here's what a baby looks like. So let's think about these details again. They live in a burrow. The baby comes out. They can hide. They live in a tree for 4 to 5 years. And then it talks about when they're an adult. So maybe this page is all about how Komodo dragons live and survive from being a baby to an adult. And then I would give these details. The baby comes out of eggs, they climb in trees, they hide from other Komodo dragons and other predators. They live in the tree for 4 to 5 years. They don't have any predators. I'd give all those details. And then when they're an adult, they could live for 50 years in the wild. Oh, sorry about the siren. Okay, look at this guy. I'm going to read the caption first. Dragons may rest or stand guard near their burrows. Oh, I'm already having some ideas about that. I'm predicting that that's a mom like protecting her eggs in the burrow, because I know a lot of other animals do things like that where they protect their babies when they can't defend themselves. Komodo dragons spend most of their time resting. They lie in the sun in the cool morning and evening. They hide in burrows or in the shade when it's hot. After eating a big meal, dragons rest for up to a week. Oh, this page didn't say anything about my prediction. Maybe that's not true. They must live. Oh, we know this. They live in a place that's hot. That's some information we got from another page. So that's why they hide in burrows for shade when it's hot. That makes a lot of sense. And after eating a meal, they rest for up to a week. Wow. Can you imagine eating a huge meal and then you did nothing but rest for a whole week? That'd be silly. Let's think about what this page is mostly about. They spend most of their time resting. They lie in the sun. They hide in burrows. After a meal, they rest for up to a week. You could say this page is mostly about what they do. You could say this is mostly about how Komodo dragons spend their life, or how they rest, or what is like a typical day for a Komodo dragon. And then those are those details. Look at these guys. Whoa, what is that? What does that Komodo dragon have in its mouth? It looks like mud, kind of. Okay, let's read and see what this page is all about. Komodo dragons live alone, but sometimes a group of dragons gather around a big meal. They often fight over food. A dragon's stomach gets bigger as it eats more food. Wow, can you tell what they're eating? It looks like something that's all muddy. I can't even tell what they're eating. So this page might be all about how they live alone, and the only time that they gather is for a big meal. Not many people live near Komodo dragons, but some people travel to see them in Indonesia. People have to be careful not to get too close. Otherwise, the dragons might charge. Komodo dragons live in some zoos too. It can be exciting to watch these powerful lizards move, eat, and fight. A dragon may hiss to warn people that they are so close. Okay, this is kind of silly. Let's try to do that. Will you hiss with me? So, okay, I'm a Komodo dragon. Can you imagine that coming out of their mouth? That might sound even kind of silly coming out of their mouth. I only think of animals that hiss are like snakes. Okay, let's see what this page is all about. There was a lot of information on this page, and I feel like some things were a little bit this might be hard to figure out. Let's go back. Not many people live near Komodo dragons, but some people travel to see them. They have to not get too close, otherwise the dragons will charge. Komodo dragons live in zoos too. It can be exciting to watch these powerful lizards move, eat, and fight. What do you think this page is mostly about? This one's hard. Maybe you can say this page is mostly about where else Komodo dragons live and how people can interact with them. Because it gives details about people travel to see them. It can be exciting to watch them. It gives a warning if you're a person and you come close to it that they might charge. Maybe I would even say that this page is mostly about how people can interact with them or how they cannot interact with them. They don't want the Komodo dragon to charge. Oh, at the end of every book, there's a story. Let's read this story. A Komodo dragon story. Why do the people of Indonesia respect Komodo dragons? People there tell a story about this. Long ago, twins were born. One was a human boy. The other was a Komodo dragon girl. The twins did not know each other, but one day they met. The boy gave his dragon sister a deer. Since then, people have shown respect for Komodo dragons. Respect. To like or to be pleased by something or to see it as important. I love these stories at the end that cultures share about animals that somebody made up. But the stories in all of these books are very old that people have shared for many, many years. And that's our last page. Oh, it says almost done. Turn the page to finish the book. Oh, yeah, and then there's the other recommendations. So when you're reading any information book, which I hope you're doing this week, you're reading a lot of information books. When you're reading, think about the main idea and think about the details and how you can even use that to retell your stories to teach somebody else. Thanks.